And you mentioned that Michael Jackson and Paul McCartney and everything like that, and you worked on Thriller and you put down tracks and stuff for Thriller and Beat It. Obviously, the big story behind that. Beat It, I think you told the story that almost that was recorded backwards as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, it was recorded because there was another version of it before Eddie did the solo. And somebody cut the 2-inch tape, which screwed up the SMPTE code, which locks all the tapes up again.
Yep.
So Quincy asked me and Jeff to put the record back together again because they needed to keep those tracks first generation. Because that was a, that was a, so you had to think about that back then.
Yeah.
And so Jeff, there was no click track or nothing. Jeff had to go out and make his own click based on the bleed through of Michael's lead vocal in the headphones that was recorded while he was doing the vocal, and Michael hitting 2 and 4 like one da do ba on a drum case. And so Jeff went out and made his own click with drumsticks. Then he played the drums to that, and he locked it up. By the second take, he nailed it. And so then I started putting all the guitars on it. I played the bass on it. And at first I made, since I knew Eddie was playing on it, and Quincy was at the Westlake Audio, and we were at Sunset Sound. He wasn't even there. We were on the phone going, Bobby, here's what's going on. And we made the whole record, but I quadrupled I made a big Marshalls and everything like that. And Quincy's like, I love it, but it's too much. I got to get this on R&B radio. I can't do it with these, it's too big. Use one of your little Fender amps and turn down the distortion a little bit. You know what I mean? So I had to redo that. And then I went over and worked with Michael and Quincy on the rest of it, and came up with some of the other ideas to help them with the rest of the parts. Because I played all the guitars and the bass, and Jeff played drums, and Michael sang, and Eddie played the solo.
Phenomenal.
So I mean, a lot of people think Eddie played all the riffs and everything like that, but he didn't.
Did you?
Yeah.
Wow. And then obviously the girl is mine with Paul McCartney and everything. You worked with him.
That was the first thing. That was the first thing we cut for Thrill.
That was the first one, was it? Really?
Yeah. And believe me, that was a thrill when Jeff and I got that call. We were like, oh wow, McCartney. Finally get to meet a Beatle, man. We were really expecting McCartney. Wow, And so that was a wonderful experience. Him and Linda were so awesome. And then we got invited to Give My Regards to Broad Street, but they didn't tell us we had to wear makeup and wigs until we got there, But that was an incredible experience just for the hang for 2 weeks with Paul, Linda, George Martin, Jeff Emmerich, their engineer. And I got to sit in every lunch day, sit around and talk about, so how'd you get the sound on this? And what did you do? How'd you record that? But blah, blah, man, I love this. What was the thought process here? And they all love to talk about it. So it was really just like a dream come true.
Wow, geek out time, absolutely.
I'm still a fan, man. I'm still a fan of music and musicians. I mean, even though I've been doing this a long time, I got to work with so many incredible legends and stuff like that, really famous people and stuff. Yeah. I mean, I don't get starstruck per se anymore, but I do get like humbled and wow, I'm respecting that I got invited into this room with these guys. You know what I mean? Absolutely. It doesn't get old, and I don't think I'm all that. I'm still like really humble, and I can't even believe I'm here most of the time.